Well, hello everybody. I've never done this before, so forgive me if I mess up or say something inappropriate, but I'm really upset today. So I actually have something on my mind that I want to talk about. First of all, let me start by telling you, my name is Sylvia, and I am 31. I have a beautiful son who I adore. I have someone who loves me unconditionally. We have our ups and our downs, but overall we make it work. We respect each other. We love each other immensely. And all we want is people to be happy, you know? But we're gay. I have a girlfriend. We've been together for a little over a year now, and it's amazing. But there are people who don't understand or who don't want to understand that love is love. It's okay to love who your heart tells you to love, because that's the person that's meant for you. Let me back up. See, about a month ago, maybe a little bit less, I went to lunch with a couple of coworkers. And during that lunch, the guy that went with us brought up the topic of me being gay. Now, he's a religious guy, and I have friends from all walks of life. Some are religious, some are spiritual, some don't believe in anything. Some are male, female, gay, straight, transgender, bisexual, whatever floats your boat. Live and let live. But this particular gentleman is Christian, and he started telling me that I was going to go to hell for being gay, and that I should really try to choose a different lifestyle. I've said it before and I'll say it again. It's not a lifestyle choice. You don't choose to be gay or straight. You might choose to abstain for whatever reason, but who your heart chooses, you don't have. It's like breathing. It just happens. It has nothing to do with the mind. It has to do with the soul. Well, this particular gentleman proceeded to tell me that it was a choice. That I had a choice as to whether or not I wanted to be gay or straight. I tried to explain to him that, I tried to deny who I really was to myself. Mainly because I'm Mexican. My parents are very traditional, and I'm their only girl. So I knew that my being gay was really gonna hurt them. Even though I don't understand why, I know that it does. So for many years, I tried to live as a straight woman. And I dated, I had boyfriends or whatever. But it never felt real. It was always forced. I became whoever I thought they wanted me to be, because I wanted it to work so badly. But I wanted it to work for the wrong reasons. It was not love. It wasn't real. After I had my son, I started thinking about who I wanted my son to be. And like everybody else, I want him to be happy and to find love and to be true to himself. I want him to be successful and well-rounded. And I realized then that I can't teach my son to be real if I wasn't real. So I decided to start being true to myself. I had a long conversation with God. I don't know if you believe in God, but I do. And I told him that I'm sorry, but I had to do what was right for me. I told him that I loved him and that I did not reject him. And I asked him that if what I felt was wrong, then to give me some kind of sign. But that until that happened, until I had a sign, or until he made me really fall in love with a man, then I was going to be who my heart told me I should be. And love who my heart chose. And not try to force myself to love whatever idiot chose me. For the first time in my life, I knew peace. I was no longer in turmoil. I was no longer at a crossroads, so to speak. I knew who I was. I knew what I wanted. And I knew everything would be okay. I didn't know how or why. I just knew it'd be okay. I tried to explain all that to this gentleman, and he said that he too thought he was gay at one point. This gentleman is younger than me. He's probably about 26, 27 years old. He's never had a girlfriend, never even been on a date. But he told me that he realized that he was wrong, that he wasn't gay, because God doesn't make mistakes, and that by accepting God, he was able to let go of those feelings. Let go of those feelings, but yet you've never had a girlfriend? He tried to say that he was confused because he lost his father at an early age. And I believe that maybe that's something that someone told him, and he held on to it desperately for whatever reason. Or maybe God really did heal him or help him or whatever you want to call it. But whatever he felt or didn't feel, whether he was confused or whether he really is gay, I'm not confused. By the end of the conversation, I realized that he was going to believe what he was going to believe. And I realized he wasn't really listening to what I had to say. He just kind of wanted to convince me to change my life. So I just told him that I respected his opinion, that I appreciated that he cared enough about me to try to help me. But I assured him that I did not need help. I told him that I believe in God and that I appreciate his prayer. But that was it. I told him I respect his opinions, and I asked him to respect my beliefs. Today we had a Secret Santa gift exchange in the office, and guess who picked my name out of the hat? Yep. The same gentleman. He got me a Bible. a Bible. To me, it was like a slap in the face. I'd asked him to respect me, and here he is still trying to impose his beliefs on me. I'm not a confused child. I'm not going through some traumatic experience and choosing to rebel or whatever other excuses people come up with. I'm a grown woman. I'm 31 years old. My son is 8, which means that for most of my life, I lived a lie. At least I tried to. My question to you is, you people out there who think there's something wrong with people like me, I want to know why. Because a book that a man wrote claims that God told him that it was wrong. You know, maybe God did tell them to write certain things or to spread certain words or rules or whatever. But stop and think what was going on at that time. Rome was invading Egypt. The Romans were notorious for orgies and bathhouses. They'd sleep with anything and anyone. Men with men, women with women. They'd sleep with children, with animals, with each other. All of them at the same time. Big parties. So yes, it makes sense that a loving and caring God would get upset just like any other parent would. And that he or she would come down and show us that we're wrong and tell us what we should do. But that doesn't mean that it's true now. I mean, we've seen this over and over in history. Over and over and over again. People always trying to impose their beliefs on other people. To those same Christian people with those values who think that we're wrong, let me ask you, do you think the Crusaders did the right thing? They fought and killed in the name of God and forced people to convert, to believe what they believed. They robbed people of their free will and right. The Spaniards even changed our names in Mexico because they couldn't pronounce them. Xochimilco could have been changed to Sarah. I mean, don't you think it was wrong to kill innocent people, children, just to spread your faith, your beliefs? Ku Klux Klan, the KKK, what did they do to the black people? What did they do? They lynched them, they hung them from trees, burned them, persecuted them. Why? Just because they were different? And didn't most of them say it had something to do with God? That it was God's will? That God made them better than the black people? For that matter, didn't these same people say that God made men superior to women? I mean, it's the same excuse over and over again. When interracial marriage and segregation was in question, what did these same fanatics say? They said that if they let a black man marry a white woman, they might as well let people marry a duck or a cow. It's the same thing they're saying now about letting gay people marry. You want us to pay taxes, follow your laws, follow your rules, but you deny us of our rights? In what world does that make any sense? Live and let live, people. Look at history. See the mistakes that we've made and do something different. What is the definition of insanity? Doing the same things and expecting different results. How can we grow as a nation, as a people, or even as a human race if we keep falling down the same path, tripping over the same rocks? We're not hurting you. We're not even asking for your help. Just remember, we're people too. We have feelings. We love. Just let us be. Just let us be. Let us live our lives. You don't realize how it makes us feel. It doesn't just make us angry. It hurts us. It really does hurt us. At least it really does hurt me. Now I can get all scholarly and quote different people and bring up different laws but I'm trying to speak to you from my heart. I try to be fair and compassionate, and I try to help people, not hurt people. I don't try to convert anybody and try to convince them to be gay, or tell them who they should love or who they should marry, or what they should wear, for that matter. I respect people's thoughts and feelings and beliefs, and whether I think they're right or wrong, I'm not going to force them into a direction that they're not comfortable with. So why try to force me? I'm an asset to this community. I'm a good person and a hard worker. And I'd like to believe that I'm pretty good at being an awesome mom too. So if you want me to be a part of your world, let me be who I am. Please. Just let me live my life. I'm happy. I have God in my heart. And I have love and respect. So please, open your heart. Close your eyes. Don't think. Just open your heart. Let love be love. Pure love. The kind of love that radiates through your body just by thinking of that person. It makes you glow and grow. You can feel it exploding from every cell, like electricity soaring through you. How can that be wrong?